All right, hey guys, this is Anne with Sell Like a Rebel, and today what I want to share with you are 4 ways that you can eliminate all of your fears around asking for the money, and what you can do differently. So when it comes to asking for the money on your sales calls, I hear this all the time, right? I hear, I hate selling myself. I suck at it. I don't know how to sell. Sales feels really icky. I don't know how to open up the conversation. But Anne, I don't know how to show them the value. I don't want to make people feel uncomfortable. So I can relate to this. I used to wonder all the time if people thought that maybe I sounded like a tacky infomercial because I hated sales. And to me, there was no good way to sell. Today, I feel like, I like to think that I'm a sales rebel because I've not only mastered all things sales, but I have literally fallen in love with sales. Like, I love everything about them. And listen, I don't expect you to love sales as much as I do, or even put as much time, money, or energy and commitment into mastering them like I have. But I do want you to get good enough at them so that you can have a bigger impact, help more people, make more money, and just, damn it, feel really good about sales. So to help you fast track just a little bit, I want to break down these 4 ways for you, the 4 things that you can do to eliminate whatever fears you have around asking for the money and start closing more of those sales calls into paying clients starting today. So the first thing that I recommend is, or the first step, the first way is confidence plus clarity equals cash flow, baby. So we can't deny this, right? If you want to get really good at sales or even just close more of them, you can't be all up in your head freaking out and making assumptions, right? So you got to get it together. You can't be jumping on your sales calls worrying about, can they afford it? Will they pay my prices? What happens if they don't buy? Or all of the things that you have to do after your sales call. You have to get your shit together, right? You got to put your big girl panties on and to be to, with, and for the client on every single sales call. So here's the thing. Sales is not about you. It's not you showing, it's not about you doing something to people. It's about you showing up to help another person that's in need. And in need of something that you have, okay? And equally important to this, you can't be selling something or taking people's money with no clear path on how you're gonna help them get the result that they're paying for. So come on now, you know better than that. That's just not the right thing to do, right? So if you're going to be selling a product or a service or a program and you're going to be taking someone's hard-earned money, you have to have a proven step-by-step system in place that paints the picture of possibility for your potential client. They and you need to know specifically how you're going to help them get from point A to point B. And that's really what we call a signature system. Inside the Rebel community, we call that a signature system. And it's the way in which you bring your clients through your programs to where they are, from where they are to where it is they want to be. Okay. So number 2, the second way, is that you're not doing something to someone. So this is something I get a lot. I hear entrepreneurs come to me every day and they say things like, I don't want to be pushy. I don't want them to think I'm a fraud. What if they go without food for paying for my services? Or I don't think that they can afford my prices. So here's the problem with this. You're completely devaluing your work, right? That thing that you do better than anyone else, you're basically saying that it's not worth anything, or worse, it's only worth the price that one is willing to pay. So what you need to do is shift from thinking that asking for money in exchange for solutions, results, or outcomes is a bad thing. So time and time again, this comes down to your relationship with money, which we're going to talk about in just a second. But you're not only doing something, you're not doing something to someone when you ask them for, to pay for your time or your hard-earned skills or your livelihood. Do you think that your local grocery store feels bad when you walk in and drop a couple $100s on groceries? Hell no. They think that they must be providing quality products that their customers need and want, and that's just good business. So You can't run a business, and in fact, you don't even have a business if you're not charging for your services and your products, right? If you feel bad every time someone pays you or every time that you ask someone to purchase your products or your services, you're not cut out to be an entrepreneur, and you'll forever have a hobby and not a business. So remember this. You have a solution to a problem that someone else cannot or does not know how to solve. And in exchange for that solution, that outcome, that result, you're charging them a fee. You're doing something for someone, not to something, because without your product, service, or program, they may not get the end outcome or result that they want. Okay, so the third thing, fix your relationship with money ASAP. Okay, here's the deal. If you have a bad relationship with money, then you can expect to carry that over into your business, right? Money is tied to a belief. And what that means is that whatever you believe about money, it is, okay? That is your truth, your belief. We all have different beliefs about money. And so what you believe about money may not be what your clients think about money. And so if this is the case, then I have to say that it's none of your business if they can or cannot afford your services. So if you think that money is hard to come by or it's hard to keep flowing, then it will be. If you think that you have to hustle and sacrifice and choose either this or that or one thing or the other, then that's what it will be. If you feel that you're not deserving of money in return for what you do, then you don't. If you feel that others can't or won't pay you really well for your services, they're not going to. So you can think whatever you want about money, but the bottom line is this. Just because you feel one way about money doesn't mean that someone else does. And just because you think your clients can't afford your services or won't pay your prices doesn't make it true. Okay, so what you believe about money is only your truth. And the best part about this is that you can change your beliefs. And in fact, I recommend that you start doing so right now. So start working on having a better relationship with money. Change your negative thoughts to positive ones. Begin letting go of what you think other people will think about money and work on what you think about money. So maybe ask yourself, do you believe that you're worthy of being paid really good for the work that you do? Do you believe that you deserve to make good money? Do you believe there are clients out there who will happily pay you in exchange for a solution, outcome, or result? Do you believe that you don't have to hustle, sacrifice, and choose this or that just to be financially successful? Get real with yourself, because until you do, you'll keep getting the results that you're getting now. And there's no coach, there's no amount of training or studying that's going to change this. All right, let's go on to our final thing. Number 4, release what's none of your business or control. So when it comes to what another person can afford or is willing to pay for specific results, outcome, or solution, it's none of your business. I can't stress that enough. Who are we to assume, what another person can afford? Who are we to assume what another person is willing to pay for a solution, outcome, or result? That's just none of our business. And it's not polite to meddle in someone else's financial situation or decisions. So I personally learned this many years ago when I realized that none of my clients made investments in the same way, and not a single one of them valued my services the same way. So one would drop, some of them would drop $5,000 in a single call with me. And others would refuse to drop $1,000 for the same services after speaking to me multiple times. People make buy-in decisions differently. And so for some, it's fast. It's right there on the spot. And others, it just takes time. Some people think that $5,000 is a lot of money, where another person thinks it's totally valuable and worth it. So I stopped worrying about what everyone else would think. And I went with what felt right for me and the work that I do with my clients, the results that I know I can get my clients who show up and do the work and are fully committed. You also need to keep in mind that most people will tell you that they have absolutely no money to make a business investment. And then halfway into a sales call, they'll drop thousands of dollars, skipping right over the monthly payment plan option to work with you. So this is because most people think that when they get on a sales call, they're going to be sold to, and we don't like that, right? No one wants to be sold to. It's usually a defense mechanism that we throw out there immediately so that we can sort of avoid getting slammed with a pitch the minute we get on that call. So people want solutions, yes, but we want to have know, like, and trust. We want to know you, we want to like you, we want to trust you, we want to have a little conversation, right? We want some small talk, a little bit of time together before we go there, okay? Rightfully so. And conducting your sales calls properly to begin with will eliminate almost every objection that comes up. So there you have it. Those are my 4 ways that you can start right now, today, ASAP, eliminating all your fears around asking for the money. Now, if you go right below this video, I have some special links down there where we can take this to another level for you. We've got some free stuff below, some ways to stay connected with me so you don't miss any of our lives, and so that we can help you fast track your sales way faster, way easier, in a way that feels really good. So I'll see you in the next video.